Wake up. Wake up. Wakey, wakey. Come on now, I didn't give you anything last night. You went to sleep all on your own. That's my little one. Welcome to the land of the living again. Welcome back to reality. Well, I don't care, dearie. You do remember where you are, don't you? No, you're not asleep. You can't fool me. You're awake, and you're in your special room. The one I just prepared for you. That's right. You're tied up and tied down in my lair again. Get it? Up and down? Why don't you ever appreciate my sense of humor? Well, of course they're all dad jokes. You really should learn to lighten up. Don't you know that? So, back to my question. You do know where you are now, right? Yep, thought you did. Nope, no rest for the wicked. Because the wicked have to keep after people like you. Okay, so I'm going to have to go through with this whole scene for you, right? Like always. Okay then, at least we understand each other and the rituals. Do you remember Friday? It might be a little fuzzy for you now, but you came home from work. Late, just like always. You worked too hard, don't you know that? You beat yourself up way more than I ever could. Anyway, you came home late again. And I was there across the street in my car, watching you through your windows. Like always, you went in, and I infer from the elapsed time until I saw you through the window that you changed, took a shower, probably, and then I saw you again as you went back into the kitchen and made a dinner of some ghostly prepackaged garbage that's not good for you at all, and washed it down with your usual diet soda. You don't eat like you should, don't you know that? If it wasn't for me, you'd probably be dead of malnutrition already. So, why don't you reflect on that sometime? You might actually owe your life to me, and in more ways than one. So, getting back to our ritual. Reminding you where you are. After I watched you eat that thing, and over the sink, no less. Damn it, you make me so mad sometimes, the way you disrespect your body. It belongs to me, don't you know that? So, anyway. God, your bad habits are so distracting. So, after that, you went into your living room. As if you could call that living. And you put on an old movie from your collection of old movies. Just like always. Do you know that I know every single one of those movies on your shelf? Sure, every title, every plot, every ending. Do you know I've analyzed those selections, and I know that they almost all have in common? Do you know? They told me a lot about what goes on inside your head. And I have to say, I don't like it. You spend far too much time in fantasy. You spend far too much time wishing, far too much time waiting. You're much too passive. Don't you know that? Anyway, I waited while you watched yet another one of those sad movies. I did go get a sandwich and some hot tea, though, because I knew that you'd still be there when I got back. I know exactly how long that movie runs, how long all of them do. So, there you were, when I got back, still sitting in the dark. And after the movie ended, you turned out the few lights you had on. Do you know that you ought not sit in the dark like that while staring at a bright screen? It's not good for your eyes. Don't you know that? And all that gloom is not good for your mind. It's depressing. And it depresses me to see you do that to yourself. You belong to me. I'll have you take better care of yourself, if you don't mind. Oh, where was I? Yeah, so you went up to your bedroom. I saw the usual light in the bathroom. You do properly brush your teeth before bed. I'll give you that. Then the light was gone and the whole house was dark and I waited. And then I knew it was time. I went up to your front door and I used my key. I was very quiet going up the stairs to your room. I went in and I knew from the sound of your breathing that you were fast asleep. I stood over you, lying there, and I thought about how little you seemed to have to live for. And to be honest, I wanted to cry for you. But I couldn't make a sound, could I? So I blame you for making me not cry for you when you need someone to cry for you. You owe me for that. Well, anyway, I took the chloroform handkerchief out of my pocket in its jar and I pressed it over your face until I knew you'd not be awake again for a long time. I've gotten pretty strong dealing with you, so carting your inert form downstairs and out to the trunk of my car wasn't any challenge. Neither was lugging you inside my place and putting you down right here. If you ate better, you might be more of a challenge, don't you know that? That was Friday night. You woke up very late on Saturday. It was boring waiting for you to become conscious again, but your body and mind needed sleep. And as your owner, I understand that even better than apparently you do. When you woke up, I made you a late but big breakfast with only the most healthy and fresh ingredients I had. Then I read to you for a while, and then I put you back to sleep. You love milkshakes, and you can't tell when it's laced with... Well, let's skip the pharmaceutical details, shall we? When you woke up again, it was very late. Such is the degree of sleep deprivation you allow yourself to fall into. And I have to say, right now, it makes me very cross with you. You simply must try to take better care of yourself. But I'm here and I'll fix you up. Anyway, I fed you again and you ate like you'd been starved for a week, and frankly, you probably were practically starved from the nutrients that you were missing from the trash you put in yourself. So, I got you all fed and I read to you some more. It was a good thing Dickens wrote such long books. Then when it was getting dark, I saw that you'd fallen asleep all on your own, and I was so proud of you. You've slept long and deep, my dear. And now it's early Sunday afternoon. You know what that means, right? In a moment I'll untie you, and then I'll leave you alone. Use the bath, shower, whatever, but don't look for me. Just go home. There. The knots were simple, and they were loose. You could escape any time you wanted to, you know that? You know that, don't you? Just like you know you need me. Just like you know you really belong with me. You know you ought to be mine 7 days a week, but I'll settle for this. For now, and I'll be here to rescue you from yourself. From your work, from your sadness. Well, I'm going now. I'll be here again Friday to capture you and carry you away from your bondage to work. If it wasn't for me, you'd work yourself to death through the week. And the weekends, and feel guilty for not doing even more. But I save you from that. I take you away and keep you here, and you can let it all go without any guilt. Because it's my fault that you didn't work all weekend. Shh. I know. You're working to build a future. One that we can both share someday. And I'll continue to do my part too. You can always count on me, dear. I'm your part-time Yandere. Please don't take my sunshine away.